Okie dokie. Welcome everyone. We're taking a break from Investors to GM to analyze some AlphaStar replays. We got 4 of them. They're very short games. Let's just jump into it. I think we have some Zerg. We have 2 Zerg replays, 1 Terran, and 1 I'm not sure because it's TVP and they're both barcode, but I guess we'll see. It's probably gonna disconnect me. Yep, because the patch just came out. Anyway, let's take a look at his replays, see what's new. So apparently Alpha Stars are active again. I don't know if they're same agents as the one before, but they're playing on different accounts. So yeah, and I'm not sure what accounts those are, but if I manage to find them, I'll get some more replays to check out. Okay, so this is the Alpha Star, and we can always check if it is Alpha Star by checking EPM. Yeah, this is Alpha Star. It has EAPM, same like APM. So let's see what it's doing. This is a TVT. Oh look, it even lowers the depot. Nice. So the easiest way to check if the replay is Alpha Star is if, well, first of all, it doesn't have hotkeys. And second of all, if it's consistently having same APM as effective APM, then
SCV ready.
Yeah, human player cannot have that. It's just not possible. It's just not possible, boys. So, yeah. Oh, it's checking for proxies in TVT. The last time I analyzed Alpha Star replays, the Terran one was by far the worst. The Zerg one, was very, linear as far as strategy goes, but at least he was executing it really, really well. The Terran one just seems kind of lost, so we'll see what it does here. So it's scouting everywhere for proxies, which is very interesting. It does not scout across the map. Or maybe it will now? I'm not sure. Nope, just goes back home. My dog's barking on outside. Or, well, in the other room. Let's see. Okay, so he just cares to see if he's getting proxied or no. He doesn't care about seeing the other side of the map. I guess if the Alpha Star would see proxy, he would probably... probably had like a factory, maybe a bunker. Oh, so many people, by the way, were upset that I call Alpha Star he instead of it. Ooh. He did a great job. Did you see that micro? Very nice. Reactor Hellions in TVT. Okay. I feel like I've watched 1 or 2 Terran replays from the previous time I watched Officer replays, and I don't remember him going Reactor Hellions. Okay, nice mic from the Reaper. How many kills? 2 kills. Okay. Is he gonna get a medevac? Liberator, maybe? Ooh, Liberator, okay.
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay. All these games, by the way, are really short. New version of AlphaStar? Well, I think that, obviously I have no proof or, any indication of this, but I think they took Alpha Stars off of ladder because they were getting sniped quite often and messing up with their research. But I also think they uploaded all the replays that the agents themselves played in order to learn from them, because they were not learning from, at the exact same moment when they were playing, but nothing stops them from uploading those replays afterwards and give the AI the chance to learn. But this Terran seems much more precise. So far what I'm seeing it seems like it's doing much better than the other Terran. I don't know if it's the same agent. I don't know. Maybe it's another one, and that's why it's playing differently. Maybe it's the same one. It's just playing better. But this seems like it's much better and different gameplay.
Base.
Like it's scouting. It's reacting properly. It's doing a different build, different opener. So I like it quite a bit. Liberator harassment. Liberator harassment is not amazing in TVT, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty nice because if the opponent is not ready, they lose quite a bit of mining time. Nice locks on to the medevac as well. I'm actually now okay. I was very disappointed with the Terran AI, which you guys know about, but what I'm seeing here, this is much better gameplay, much better gameplay. And the build order looks very like something a pro player would do, not something that you know, that just sucks and is just weird and campy. The other Terran, I'm gonna just say the other Terran because I feel like this is a different one, maybe it's the same, I don't know. Was playing too campy and just kind of playing defensive. This one is very aggressive, very mobile with the units, harassing, scouting for proxies, so very nice. Terran AI never used Reaper Grenade before. Looks like a new agent. Is that true? Kinda sudden GG? Well, not really. I mean, not really. The guy was dead. Because he just lost the medevac with Hellions. He was losing SCVs back in his main base. And he was gonna probably die to counterattack. I mean, maybe he would have survived, but he was definitely really far behind at that point. Okay, I'm actually really excited to see more replays from Terran AlphaStar. Now let's go into this one because I'm not sure which one is the AlphaStar, but we can see it based on APM. I'm hoping it's a Terran. Yeah, all the games are super short, which also there's one game of AlphaStar playing against Petit Drogo, so that means I don't know what MMR of these AlphaStars is, but it seems it's pretty good because it's playing GM players. The previous Terran player was also GM. Like, okay, let's see. I can already see Terran is the AlphaStar because AlphaStar doesn't spam in the early game like this. AlphaStar has very low APM and then effective APM is almost the same. So Terran is the AlphaStar, which is really cool. Now, I've talked about this before. In my opinion, AlphaStar or DeepMind does its job, like, to me, is a proper AI that's learning and so on if you cannot differentiate its gameplay from a human player, right? And for Protoss AI last time, I said that it made some really good decisions, it scouted, did a lot of good things, and I really liked it. Now the Terran one did very similar things to what the Protoss one did. We'll see what it does in TVP now.
SCV ready.
Our SCV.
Oh, the colors are messed up. I was getting confused. Why it's the other way around?
SCV ready.
Okay, it does not scout versus Protoss. And again, I'm gonna try to find these accounts on Battle.net so I can see their match history and maybe message players and get some of more replays from it. Oh yeah, that's another question. Does Terran AI know how to wall off now? Well, in the previous game, if you remember that we just watched, it actually walled off properly on the natural in TVT. I mean, that's already better wall off than the previous Terran AlphaStar did. Yeah, so what I've heard is that the new AlphaStars play only 2-3 games and then stop, but what about their MMR? Or do you mean 2-3 games at a time and then stop?
SCV ready.
Anyway, So far, I mean, again, this is pretty standard build that it's doing. Oh, so they only let them play 2-3 games and then they stop and then they continue at random times so people wouldn't snipe them. Because again, they don't want people influencing the results by sniping them and doing like random things. They want people that play against AlphaStar and Ladder to do their normal stuff, to experience Ladder in a normal way and not in a, you know, different way because people know it's AlphaStar. It's going reactor Hellions again.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
I mean, the Reaper again, control. Look at this. It's scouting. Good micro.
Add-on complete.
It's gonna run away.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Okay. Let me just check once again with the EAPM. Yep, that's the AlphaStar. So let's see. Ooh, is it gonna be Cloak Banshee? Oh, it will. 4 Hellions into Cloak Banshee. I like this opener when I play mech. I'm not sure. Oh, that's actually really interesting. All these games are super short, but I wish we'd had some longer games to see if the AlphaStar would go mech against Protoss. But this is my go-to build as well when I do mech. Now you start producing siege tanks and you keep Protoss in their base. Oh yikes, that's gonna be GG. Yeah, that's a GG. I like how AlphaStar goes up the ramp, or tries to go up the ramp, and then just like turns around and fries the probes. Okay, siege tanks, Marine Banshee. It's not walling off in TVP. But again, depot placement is better. Like what we've seen from the previous Terran AlphaStar, it just plays depots like here, and then there, and then there, and then here. This one is placing them behind mineral lines. Like, on purpose, right? It looks completely different from the previous one. And I would actually, I don't think it's the same AI, because I feel that it's doing everything differently. So I don't think it's just updated with new games that it's played and now it's like playing well. I actually think this might be a new Terran AlphaStar agent from what I've seen so far. Might be wrong, but hey. Okay, let's do this one, ZVP, and then we'll do another ZVP versus that it played against Petit Drogo. It's weird for me to be able to participate in chat. I usually only watch your YouTube videos. Hey, there's first time for everything. Okay. Let's see. These are very short games, and we've seen from the Zerg AlphaStar that it's doing the Roach Queen push every single game. So this AI either died trying to get there, or it did like a Ling Flood or Ling Bane all in, and that's why the game ended. But then if it did that, I feel like that kind of, indicates that it's not the same Zerg agent either. Not only, it's not the same Terran one. If you guys in the chat, by the way, know about any other AlphaStar replays, please let me know. Right now. Misplaced hatch? Wait, really? Didn't pay attention. Okay, so far the build's looking pretty normal. That's not misplaced. Oh, remember when it... Oh, you mean when it played on this map and it, like, placed third base completely wrong? Have you seen Hellraiser's game? No. Wait, is that recent game? Do you guys have a replay?
Our drones are under attack.
Alphastar versus Max Packs. Ooh. Did he just kill the probe? Damn, where are you going? Look at Alphastar's getting dirty. Look at this, look at this. He's like, you're gonna harass my drones? My drones?
Our drones are under attack.
Look at this. Will you play Age of Mythology ever again? Yeah, I literally played it like 6 hours ago. I will, though, yes. Okay, what do we see? I mean, nothing's indicative of what the Zerg Alphastar is going to do yet. Link speed opener, I think. It's pulling off the gas. Yep, there you go, link speed. Adept plus Stargate. These are not the same agents, guys. These are not the same agents. This AI is scouting with an overlord. The other Alphastar did not do this. The other Alphastar, that was my main complaint. It never scouted. It never ever scouted. It's making 4 links. It should see the Stargate now. Is he gonna mass links because it sees the Stargate? Okay, these 6 links can be defensive
Under attack.
because of Adept.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, it sees the Stargate now. Let's see what it decides to do. 6 more drones.
Our forces are under attack.
More drones. Spores coming up. Oh man, now, listen, now I'm excited. These Alphastars are looking way better. Way better.
Metamorphosis complete.
I like, what I'm seeing right here is really good. It's scouting, it's reacting, spores are coming in time. Let me see, where's the Oracle? Look, Oracle, spores are finishing. It's getting the Roach Worm. I like this way more. And it's not playing stupid like the old one did. It's not just executing a build. That's what I'm trying to say. It's playing the game. Again, look at that. Scouting with Zerglings at the front. This is something that pro Zergs do all the time. Okay, shoes away. Let's check the APM. Very nice. No control groups. Ten more lings and 2 roaches. Oh, is he gonna do a roach ling all in? 4 roaches more. It might. How many drones does it have? 39. I mean, it's definitely all inning. So far, again, what I've seen is way better. Now, the execution could have been a bit better. Usually, the way pro Zergs play is they make a big run of roaches because they're slower ones, and then they reinforce with Zerglings. But this Alpha is kind of like trickling Zerglings and roaches at the same time. So that part can be better, but let's see if it can actually win with the all-in. Because this is pretty all-in. I mean, 35 drones. Woo! Woo! That sentry's dead. Where is Protoss' army? Oh, lol. Protoss was pushing across the map. That's unfortunate. Kills the gateway. Biles the force fields. It doesn't see the 3rd. Oh, what were those biles? Did it try to hit the oracles? 4 queens can definitely kill 3 oracles. They have transfuse energy as well. I mean, I would say AI wins here. Oh, there's a stasis. There's a stasis. Oh my god. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, there's a win. I have hope for AlphaStar again. Honestly, when I was watching AlphaStar replays last time, after seeing the Zerg and Terran, I was only interested in Protoss 1. Now, I'm interested in all 3 AlphaStars again. This is really, really cool stuff. This is what I was hoping for when initially AlphaStar started on ladder. This is the kind of gameplay I was hoping for. Not Link Roach all in, but the scouting, the actually playing the game, reacting to things. This is really cool. The push itself, I mean, it was executed pretty well. Obviously, the stasis thing could have been better, but, you know, very patient. You see it's not flooding in with links. It's slowly picking up the buildings, which is what you do. It has queens with transfuses. Good transfuse there. So the execution was, except for this part, it was pretty good, I would say. Very, very interesting. Now let me see, what made the AI decide to all in though, at this point? So this is when it adds the Roach Warren. Is it because it saw the Stargate? That it maybe thinks that this build is vulnerable to this kind of push? Or maybe it has found out from the bajillion games it has played. Because yeah, it starts instantly, so nothing really happens, right? The Oracle harassed, but nothing. He didn't see the second Oracle. It didn't see any follow-up tech except Stargate, and it decides to go for this all-in already. Now I want to see, did it try to hide the fact that it's all-inning? I mean, the Protoss is kind of AFK with the Oracles. Now it starts to move out with Queens. Very good. Very good, very impressive. I like it. Do you think there's going to be bot league in StarCraft II like in chess now? I mean, if that happens, they would have to make the bots personalized somehow, right? Like give them names, give them story, because if it's just random ass bots playing or AIs playing, who cares, right? But if they present it in a way like this AI loves to do all-ins, this AI loves to do this AI loves to do that, then I think that's pretty cool, and I would be following it, right? I would follow it. You know, maybe there's an AI that goes Disruptor every game, so that you can cheer for that AI. But if it's just like AI 1, AI 2, AI 3, that kind of, who cares? Okay, let's check the last game. Petit Drogo versus AlphaStar. Petit Drogo is above 6.6k, so it has to be pretty high rated. Lord Callian, thank you so much for the 7 months. Thank you. Oxwa says Petit Drogo is French like me, with a caps lock. Petit Drogo is human being like me. Amazing. Now, I see the big prank says soon StarCraft II is going to get balanced around Alpha Star level and not Pro level anymore. See, that's an interesting discussion. Because what if one race from Alpha Star dominates the other 2 Alpha Stars, right? Does Blizzard take that and balance the game from Alpha Stars or from human skill level? And I think that's something that Blizzard has to think about quite a bit. Let me see what side linked earlier for the Ultra Skin. Oh, that Ultra looks good. That Ultra looks good. I like it. From StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. Okay, so the Zerg saw the probe on the natural. Oh, it's still gonna take that third. Okay. So the moment it saw the probe, it started spawning pool immediately. It did not even bother like going to the natural. And you could see that the drone was going to the natural earlier to make the hatch, but whenever the Overlord saw the probe, it just gave up completely on it. Why would they balance the game on AlphaStar? They don't sell the game to bots. Well, they also don't sell the game on Grandmasters, but they're balancing it for top Grandmaster. So that argument is kind of invalid. You don't balance the game on Silver League, and majority of the people is not top GM. So... yeah. Still no natural. Oh, it's gonna link flood. Isn't it just gonna wall off and win? Why is it still mining gas? Error. The AI is like bugged. It's like bugged as hell. It doesn't know what to do. You see the link movement? It's going like left to right. Still has no natural. I mean, this game is over already. Like, there's no way AI wins from here. Like, the AI is super duper dead. Why is it mining gas, though? I feel like this is one of those things where the AI just bugged out. It has 300 gas, but it has no tech to spend it. You see what it's doing? It's trying to shift click the units inside. Kill it! Nice. I mean, from here on out, look at that worker count. 34 to 43. A little bit oversaturated. Still not taking the natural, by the way. 20 drones in the main. Interesting. It's doing the oversaturation. It's almost caught up with drones, but not quite. I feel like that's it. The beginning of the end. Links in production. It's interesting, this game, it saw the Stargate in the wall and it decided to link flood. But maybe it decided to link flood because
Are under attack.
of the block on the natural. But it didn't really try to hide the links. I think the Adept saw it very early. So it did not really work out. Still behind on workers. T-Drogo's getting a third and has 8 gates already.
777 septillion, just kidding, happy 24, buddy.
Spooky, thank you so much for 24 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. 2-year anniversary.
A creature is under attack.
The previous version did the same if natural got blocked? Really? That's interesting. Interesting. Because if that's the case, the AI either thinks it's too far behind at that point and it just link floods, or maybe because Protoss does a pylon block, it thinks that Protoss won't have enough defense at home. Yeah, so we have Queen Cappuccino Micro. Yeah, that game is over. Over AF. Look at the AI looking at Protoss natural, all sad. When it knows it's about to lose and it just takes a peek at the Protoss natural, it's like, yep. Yep. GG. Yeah, I wonder if the reason why it link floods if it gets its natural blocked is because it thinks it's too far behind, or because it thinks that Protoss is vulnerable. Or maybe he just saw some replay that the Zerg did that and won, so he's just doing it every game. I wonder if AlphaStars does GG scans. That's actually a good point. Go back to the place where it fails to place Roach War. Oh yeah, it placed Roach War in here. What happened? I have no idea where it was. It was farther. It was way after this. It's probably around here. I think I tried to place it here, if I remember correctly. There we go. It tries to place the Roach Horn. Look at this. But it doesn't know. It doesn't fail though. It moves the drones to the drone to the gas. It didn't fail. Look. In order for the drone, hold on. In order for this to happen, accidentally, you actually need to have that place blocked for a while with units, and then it's gonna cancel out. But look, it goes to place it and it's almost there, and then it just goes to the gas. I don't think it accidentally didn't build a Roach Warren. I think it just decided to not build it. Yeah, the drone makes air sound, but you can see the drone was pulled into gas. It wasn't, yeah. The other drone didn't block it. Drogo didn't even pylon block, just sent the probe on? Well, the probe was here. So, I mean, I think it's a fair assumption that if probe is here before you send out a drone that, you know, there's going to be a pylon. So, yeah. That's going to be it for the AlphaStar replay analysis. Again, I'm going to try to find these new accounts. Someone probably, I mean, people already know which accounts they are. I'm going to try to find them, check the match history, and then find some more replays of AlphaStar, hopefully longer games. But what I'm seeing here looks very promising. That last game was yikes. But the other 3 games were, I think, very good. And both Terran and Zerg played much better, scouted, reacted, and I think that's really cool. So I'm excited to see how they play in the mid and late game. But I do think these are different agents. So, exciting stuff.